Well, thank you all very much for being here. I am so excited about today. But before I get started, how about our Olympians? How about Delaney? And yes, we are going to have, hopefully, a Zoom press conference for them. So we'll make sure and get that done. But when we started out on this process of selecting a new women's golf coach, we sought to hire a coach of high character, low ego, high output, and high energy. I called Coach LaRose when we were in the final stages, and I said, when you were part of that process that hired Coach Laura, and Coach Laura did a fantastic job here. Tell me a little bit, because, when you're thin slicing at the very end, I said, tell me a little bit about sitting head coach versus up and coming absolute star. And tell me about that process. And Coach LaRose was wonderful and very, very generous in providing his insights throughout the process. So I want to say a special thank you to Coach LaRose. But when we first got the news that Coach Ianello was going to the University of Texas, I was sad to see her go, because she's such a great person and such a great coach, and has been a part of our national championship legacy. But my second thought, after thinking about our student athletes and connecting with them, I guess it would be my third thought, was to think back about Coach Gio. I had been following her career for a number of years. When she was at Texas A&M, at the University of Missouri, we did a golf search about 2 years ago, right, Rachel? And she came up on our radar then. And she was my first call. And while we had a great pool, a great process, she stood out. Her energy, her enthusiasm, her recruiting prowess. She is a recruiting machine. Her ability to connect. And, I remember her telling us a story about Lorena Ochoa, and I hope she'll tell you about it today, but it was really special. She is a rising star in this industry. She is a well-respected coach, and I'm excited about the future and the trajectory of Arizona women's golf. With that, I'll turn it over to Coach Gio.
Thank you so much, Desiree. It's an honor to be here, an honor, and I'm so happy to be part of this family. Thank you for the hiring committee for trusting me, and Desiree for giving me that call after you knew Laura was stepping down and going to Texas. So thank you, Rachel, Kristen, Coach Delarose, and Coach Kendrea, and also Dr. Valerdi for trusting me and for going through this process with me. I think I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to work really hard to get this program where it is and where it's going to be, and to win championships. And I'm very excited about this opportunity and can't wait to get this started already.
Yeah. Questions? Go ahead, Kim.
When you think about how you got to be a head coach, who are some of the people who got you here, and what lessons did you take from them specifically?
For sure. My first thought goes into my college coach at Baylor. I started being super competitive in the college world there. My coaching experience and my love to the coaching world came from him too, and how he brought me to the college world. Going into the finals and finishing second as a player was something that I wanted to be a part of the college world my whole life. So that was my first thing that came into. He's a great mentor. I talked to him through this whole process, getting him to help me through the process. So Coach Jay Goebel at Baylor, great mentor. I would say also Coach McGraw at Baylor too. He's my probably hero on the coaching world. The way he handles student athletes, he puts the student athlete before anything, before results, before championships. But he's done a great job that, and that's a great message for me. Great mentor. I have called him through it all. And my family is huge for me. Huge support system in every way. They're here this week with me, helping me through it all. I'm a huge family person. I'm here to build another family. I already feel like I have a family here with how amazing people have been trying to get me into town, the amount of calls, the former players. And also my head coach at A&M, the way it was the first full-time position that I've had, and the way he trusted me and a lot of the responsibilities I've had there, that really made me be ready for this role here. So I really thank him for preparing me for this role and getting me ready here. So, yeah.
Go ahead, PJ.
What was it that made you take the transition from playing as a professional into coaching?
It was definitely playing is a different world and it's tough. It's financially hard if you're not playing your best. And I really wanted to do something for myself, something that felt great. I went into doing my master's, taking more the academic route and playing while also studying. But I fell in love with coaching then. I went into a smaller school, the University of South Alabama, where I did 2 master's certifications. And as an international person, you really have to excel on everything you do in order to stay in this country. And that's what I try to do. I really try to do everything I could to become the best candidate possible to stay here and to keep my career. And my love for coaching went with the students and with good and bads that I had as a college athlete, my sister playing at TCU too. I wanted to become a difference for these student athletes, be a coach that was a mom, a family, a great person for them. I think there's a lot of, they go through ups and downs in 4 years, and I want to be the strength for them and propel them to where they want to go and they need to go.
Go ahead, Jenna, in the back.
Jenna Fink from News 4 Tucson, welcome.
Thank you.
What made Arizona the right fit for you to start your head coaching career?
I mean, it's what a place, you know, the history it has in women's golf, in all sports. I mean, just like this year was saying, the Olympics right now, Delaney having, it's just a great place to succeed. And for me, it was back to Mexico roots, and Lorena Ochoa was here, Annika Sorenstam. It's a program that has won 3 national championships with 4 individual champions. I mean, I want to bring that into the program. I mean, having the call from this year, it was an honor. It was, of course, I'm interested. I want to come here. I'm going to do everything I can to be the future of this program. So this is a program that you can win. And for me, that was my first thing. It was like, I'm coming into a program that is great. Thanks to what the coaches, Coach Lara did a great job here, and it's an honor to follow her legacy. But yeah, I mean, it's a great program. You can do so many great things here. You have the facilities, you have the support, you have the family, you have the golf courses, the team. So I'm really excited to be here, and I think great things are to come.
And so you always looked up to Lorena. What's it like now for you to step into being the head coach at the program that she played and grew at?
Yes, I mean, it's amazing. I called her when I got the job, and I got on the phone, and I was like, guess what? I know I told you that I was going through the interview process, but I actually got it, and I'm going to be the next head coach. And she was just speechless. She was like, this is amazing. You're going to do a great job bringing the Mexican roots back into the programs with how much you work hard and taking this like faith into this and just jumping into new opportunities, just going for it. And she has been a great mentor and person the way she has handled herself, put her family first, and gone into, her development and her involvement in the Mexican junior golf and the professional golf world. Annika has done the same, but not a lot of people have that. And she has meant a lot for me in professionally or personally, in coming here into a program that has meant so much for her. It's an honor, and even building a deeper relationship with her when it comes to that.
Jenna, back in the back.
How would you describe your coaching style?
Passion above everything else, hard work. There's going to be not a lot of coaches that work harder than me, but more than anything, my coaching style goes with the student athletes. And at the end of the day, golf, it's an individual sport, a team sport. And I'm a great coach about really adjusting to what each player needs. If that player needs positivity and a lot of talking and whatever they need to succeed, that's the person I'm going to be. And hiring the right person too, as an assistant coach, to help me fulfill that too. So for me, everything's about the team and the hard work and the passion. And there's never going to be a question that I could have done a little bit more for these kids, or just want to be a mom, a head coach, everything for them here. That support that they truly need in these days. And talking to everybody here, it looks like we have a wonderful team of staff that support them 100%. So I'm very excited about that too.
Kim?
Speaking about an assistant, what are you looking for specifically in that role?
I mean, I think that's a very important person for me. That's been the number one priority, the team and the assistant coach. I have to bring someone that really complements me as a coach. I think as a first time head coach, it's very important to, for me, bring someone that I can mold into what I believe in and my own like theories and my own things. As I built a lot of my coaching philosophy and what I wanted to learn from good, bad, what I in A&M and South Alabama. So I want to bring someone that is eager to learn under me too, but can really have a great relationship with the girls too. So I just want someone that is here with the same passion as me, motivation, that wants to work and do hard work every day. I've had a lot of candidates that I've interviewed. I want to bring in 2-3 people next week to make a decision because I want to start this with someone from day one and be a team. Like communication is the biggest thing for me. So communicating with that person day to day and being on the same page, the biggest one.
Jenna, in the back again.
Have you had a chance to meet with some of the women on the team yet? And what have those interactions been like?
I haven't been able to meet them in person, but I have actually met all of them. I met them at a Zoom when I got hired, and it was a great Zoom. I had great calls with all of them individually too. They're all staying here. They're great kids, great girls, very excited, very eager for this new year. All of them couldn't wait for August. They had great questions. They're a great bunch of kids. I know they're great players, but I'm also very excited to work with each of them individually. I've talked to the former players too. I mean, Gile and Maya have been a great source for me. I called Gile for maybe 1 hour or two, and we just spend a lot of time just digging into the girls, what they like, what they don't, what are they like. I mean, just the Tyler family made something great, like a donation for us that is going to make a huge impact for our program thanks to people like her. So it's important for me to have the former players are involved in this, and not because a coach changed, that doesn't mean they don't still have a home here. So I've built great relationships already with them. It's hard with summer when they're playing and you try to get into their schedule, but they've all been really receptive and great when it comes to that. Yeah.
So, from what I know about your background, your whole family plays golf. This was just part of how you grew up. What was it about, when you finally met Lorena and she started mentoring you, what did that sort of look like? Because it was someone you looked up to in the golf world.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing golf when I was 3. So my grandma was Lorena's Mexican president on the Mexican, the federation. So I go way back with Lorena, even when I was 5, 6, 7 years old. And she won everything. I mean, in college, we were like, that's not common. And then she went into professional world after 2 years and started winning everything. And it's been great to have a relationship. Her strength is her mental game. That's her strength by far. Like, she hit it great, but her mentality and how she tackled. When I played golf, they have this organization for helping professional golfers. And she spent a lot of time with us to get to that next step and how to become the best in the world. And that made me so much closer to her. But it's always been someone that has been very involved in the junior and the professional world, which I'm very thankful for, because you can stay in touch with her. And although she stepped down when she was very young, she's still very involved in the game. And I want to help her too. She's developing a lot of junior golfers to come into college. And now I'm a resource for her too. So I want to be that for her as well and create these great relationships. Well, keep this relationship growing. Yeah.
I was going to ask, the next thing is, now, do you think there's more of a pipeline and for you that you will look to Mexican golfers and start bringing them into the program?
Yes, for sure. I think there's a lot of international players in here, and we definitely attract that. The facilities, the weather, there's so many things. But I want to expand that, and Latin players and Mexicans, and I think we can really, really emphasize on that. I mean, I'm huge at A&M, I recruited also local players, more Texas. And I mean, I'm super open for that. Arizona, there's great golf everywhere in the South, and I want to be that. I don't want to miss a kid that grew up, I mean, a couple miles from here, and it's a great kid too. So I really want to emphasize on every kid that we can possibly get here, which I think everybody can possibly come here with what we have to offer.
Kind of going off of that a little bit, like what type of student athlete are you looking to recruit, and what goes into becoming a recruiting powerhouse as Desiree?
Yes, I mean, obviously, like the great playing, they have to play great golf. You know, I mean, you're obviously looking for great players that make you win national championships. I mean, that's when you go out there, you look at scores, but I look at more at the game and who is going to be great when they come here. I mean, you look at 14, 15 years old, and they still have 3 years to go on. And golf can be such a roller coaster. So really identifying those kids that have that passion, fire, love for the game, but looking into the relationships we can build with the player too, with their swing coaches, with their parents, with all of that. That really tells you the story behind it, behind the kid. And for me, I really want to bring kids that they love it here too. They love to come here. They want to win. They want to come to Arizona. I build great relationships with the kids. I mean, my recruiting process is I spend a lot of time watching them. It's not just I watch your scores and I'm recruiting you. I really spend a lot of time building a relationship with these kids, and they have to match me in values because I'm going to be with them 4 years. And the values, the passion, the love, you really cannot, kids that want to work hard, it's really hard to build that if they don't have it. So those are the qualities that I'm looking for in those kids.
So when you walked into the new practice facility at TCC and you saw that, what did you think about that, and how do you think it will help you in recruiting?
I mean, you can ask Orville. My face I was smiling the whole time because it's a great facility. We have everything we need to build it, to keep winning and to be a great program. I mean, the inside, the technical aspect of it, everything's there, putting. I mean, just the TrackMan range, we're the only, Stanford and us are the only two programs that have it. That's an advantage that not a lot of people, it's just the easy access to know your numbers. That's incredible. Like, not a lot of people can say that in the country. And the new putting green that is going to get built, like it's an enormous putting green that has so much ability to succeed there. But it's a great facility. I mean, the amount of courses that we have, the facility that we have just for us, for the girls to go to a home and be able to just practice whenever they want to, and they have a locker room and just have a home. That's for me an advantage right there. And when I saw it, I knew that we can be the best of the best because of what we have and the resources and the people that we have around us.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming.